This video is presented by EA Game Changers. Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another special Sims 4 speed build. Today I am here with another build using the new Sims 4 expansion pack, The Sims 4 Snowy Escape. So for those of you who don't know, this pack is kind of like a winter themed pack or like a winter sports themed pack, and also kind of like a Japan inspired pack. So kind of cool how they like mixed those two themes together. I am building another kind of Japanese inspired home, and it's going to be a little bit different than my last attempt. So if you guys saw my video yesterday, I did another kind of Japanese inspired home. It was a little bit more of a brownish, reddish, warm toned build, and I tried to surround it with like a pond to make it look like it was floating on water. So this time for my second build, I wanted to go for something a little bit more neutral and light and bright and more of my typical style, while also trying to use these cool traditional Japanese build assets that they gave us. So right off the bat, you can see here that I went for a light green, kind of like a jade colored roof, which I think is really pretty. And then I went for this light beige wood paneling. So already you can see the color scheme and the vibe is a little bit brighter and lighter. It is also only a one-story home, which I love personally. I love playing in one-story homes. It's honestly just easier. You guys know that's my preference. So I stuck to one story this time, but I do want to do some kind of like tiered 2-story, 3-story homes too, because I feel like with Japanese like roof architecture, you can make some really cool homes like that. So lots of builds to come with this pack. I just think it's so nice and unique and really lets you try different architecture forms and different styles instead of just sticking to the same old style that we always do. And there's nothing wrong, by the way, with sticking to the same style of home that you like, but I just really love how new packs like this really give us the opportunity to try something different. And I'm definitely going to have a lot of fun with this, at least for the next like week or two. So with this build, I ended up using platforms inside the home to give it a kind of like sunken effect. So I sunk down the little like tatami mat room, and then I also sunk down the kitchen a little bit, and then I raised a little platform in the kids' bedroom. So you'll see me do that a little bit later. If you guys saw my last video, I had so much trouble using the platforms. So if you guys haven't updated your game, there's a new base game update where they gave us platforms so we can like raise and lower the floor, you know, do the sunken living rooms and stuff like that. So that's a super cool feature, but it was giving me like so much trouble yesterday when I tried to build with platforms, and I feel like maybe there's a learning curve or there's glitches or something like that. I don't know, it just wasn't really working properly for me. But I feel like with this build, I kind of got like, it kind of worked out a little bit better this time. So you'll see me do that later, but I do make this for a family. So I have a master bedroom and then a children's bedroom as well, or maybe like a teen girl's bedroom. I don't really know. You'll see me do it later. I give it kind of like a cute pink and purple color scheme. So there are some cute items in this pack for children's bedrooms. So you'll see me use it later, but there's some nice fun color swatches, and there's a new little poof too that's really super cute, good for a kid's bedroom. But here you can see I'm just basically doing the exterior, and just again, the shape of the home is not super complex. It's really the build assets and all of the swatches that they give us that really elevate the design style. And I really, really love that, because in reality, if you look at the structure of the home, it's literally just 3 boxes like put together, nothing super crazy, and I just like spaced out the windows. But what I really love about Japanese roofing that I was looking when I was just like Google image searching like traditional Japanese homes and stuff, they always have this kind of like tiered 2-piece roof thing. So you can see I kind of like layered 2 roof pieces on top. One is kind of just like a typical square roof, and then I layered a kind of angular gabled roof on top of it to give it that kind of two-tiered effect. I don't know if that really makes sense, but you can kind of see what I did there. So I really like how that makes the roofing in Japanese architecture look a little bit more unique than the typical roofing we would do for like a suburban home, I guess. So I really do like that, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to modernize it just a little bit. And on the left-hand piece of the home, I actually put a glass roof on top as well, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. And I don't know, I thought it'd be nice to have some natural light. I don't know if that's like typical to the architecture in Japan, but I feel like it doesn't have to be exact because I'm also just kind of putting my own spin on it, and it's more so inspired by Japanese architecture. Just like a disclaimer, obviously I am not an expert in Japanese culture or Japanese architecture in any form, really. I am not an interior designer. I'm not an architecture student. So it's all just kind of my own, inspiration and doing quick little Google searches and stuff like that. So if anything isn't super accurate, I do apologize, but we all can't be experts in every single thing we do. But one thing I do like about this pack and the fact that they gave us kind of like a more Asian inspired pack that we've never gotten before is also kind of making us give us the opportunity to research and learn a little bit more about things or cultures that we didn't know before. I was just doing quick Google searches, and I came across multiple articles and stuff that said 10 aspects in a traditional Japanese home and stuff like that. And they went into the tatami mats on the floors, and they mentioned things like how wood tones are very prominent in all of the homes and how they have to be really in tune with nature, and also how the bathroom or the toilet is kind of separate in the bathroom. So just a lot of cool things that makes you research and maybe learn more about a culture or architecture style that you didn't know before. So I think even if we're not getting it exact, at least it's opening up our minds to try new things and research new things. So I think that's kind of cool. I've never been to Japan personally, but I would really, really love to go. It's on my bucket list. I probably would have wanted to go this year had COVID not ruined everybody's lives. So that's definitely on my list. And you guys know, ramen is my favorite thing in the world. And I also, believe it or not, I've never been to Asia at all. Despite the fact that I am full-on Asian, I've never been to Asia, which is crazy because I've been to Europe and USA and South America. No, I've never been to South America. But I have been to Europe, but I've never been to Asia, which is kind of weird because you would think, yeah. Anyways, I really want to go. But here you can see I am just finishing up the landscaping a little bit. So in this build, I did dive into debug a little bit more, and I got some of the little plants around the home and that little bamboo fence around the back and the grass. I got that all from debug. Oh, and the little vines on the side of the home, those are from debug. So you gotta love debug to get those cool little accents for the home that you wouldn't find in the normal catalog. And honestly, they really need to just get debug into the normal catalog, because if the items are going to be there anyways, why not just have them in the catalog full time? Why do we have to turn on a cheat code to get them? I don't really understand, especially since everybody knows a cheat code. It's just have it permanently on. But here you can see what I'm doing is I am putting around some pink flowers. I wanted a lot of landscaping, but I felt like it was too green and just a little bit too green. So I wanted to add a little bit of color here just because I was going for a little bit of a brighter energy in this home. So I put some pretty pink flowers around here. So now we are finally getting into the interior. You can see basically how I sunk in that little room off to the left is I just put a wall there to really close off and solidify the room. And then I press little down arrows when I click the room and it sinks in the floor. So I find the best way to use platforms effectively and not have it glitch out is to actually section off the room with a full-on wall first. So whatever area you're trying to platform, what I did is I would section it off with walls just so it registers as its own separate room entity, and then raise and lower the floor using the arrow keys when you click on the room. So I found that was the easiest way to do it and it not glitch, because when I tried to do it in my last build, I was like trying to add the platform in. I don't really know what I was doing, but it made the whole build not really work properly. So that would be my recommendation to you, is to section off the room first and then use the arrow keys to raise or lower. So hopefully that works for you guys. Hopefully you guys are using platforms and enjoying platforms, and hopefully it's working out for you. But here you can see I am doing the bathroom. So like I said, I wanted to separate the toilet just to make it a little bit more accurate to maybe how the houses in Japan are. So I have like a separate water closet or separate toilet room within the bathroom. And then I just decorated the bathroom using the new items we got with the pack. So this expansion pack really came with like pretty much everything you could want, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'll see if it's missing anything, but we got like a new toilet, we got a new shower, we got a new sink, we got new countertops. Thank goodness we got new countertops. It's been a while since we've got new countertops. We got a new mirror, we got a new fluffy rug, we got this cute little soap jar thing on the wall there. I don't know if you could see that, but it's kind of cute. Like, it's just little details like that. Sometimes you don't want to have the soap on the counter, sometimes you want to mount it on the wall, I guess. So it'd be kind of cute for like public bathrooms too, if you're doing like a community lot. But we got like full-on bathroom furniture, which I think is always good. And we got kitchen stuff, and that's probably like the most exciting part. But here you can see I'm sinking down the kitchen area over in the bottom right hand corner. So again, you saw that I sectioned off the room first and then lowered the floor and then deleted the walls. So yeah, I feel like I definitely have a better grasp of how it works this time around. So yeah, hopefully you saw that. But you can see I am just putting down a little what is it called, fireplace. Yeah, it's just like a cool fireplace. I think it would work really well in like a snowy wintry lodge, which I have not done yet. I haven't built in the wintry section of this world yet. I'm really looking forward to doing that after. I feel like I've only done 2 builds, but I just have so many ideas and so many things I want to try out and build in this new world. But one thing that I thought was kind of funny is I feel so bad like deleting the existing builds, like knowing that people in the community have built them. Like, if you guys didn't know, like Lil Simsy, Deligracy, Dawn, and James Turner built the default lots in this world. So I always feel so bad. I'm like, oh, I don't want to delete it, but it's like I want the lot, so I need to delete my friends' creations, which is kind of silly because obviously they can't stay forever. But you can see I'm just doing a little living room. I just made it quite neutral, and it's quite small, but this floor plan is quite small overall. And I wanted to have the little sunken like tatami mat room over on the left hand side with the little hot pot table there. So I wanted to dedicate a room over there. So everything here is actually quite small. Even the kitchen is a lot smaller than my usual kitchen, but you know what? It's fine. It's actually, I really like it. I think it turned out quite nice. I really like the color scheme in this build, a lot better than the last one. Honestly, I was debating not posting my last build just because I didn't really love it, like the color scheme. But I figured, you know what, like it's my very first time with the pack, my very first creation with the pack. Not every single creation I do in the whole world is going to be perfect and on point, and that's honestly realistic. So I figured I might as well share it with you guys anyways, just so you can see how the items look. Maybe you guys really liked it. I don't know. Like, I just feel like it's more realistic to share everything, even if it's not always perfect. So yeah, I hope you guys liked that last video. If you haven't seen it yet, I'll link it down below. But pretty much for the kitchen, I just lined the area with countertops, and I really, really love how the countertops have this open shelving underneath, so you can stack all these super cute things, and a lot of items actually snap to these shelves, which is amazing, because my biggest complaint is that nothing snaps to shelves, ever. So finally we have these shelves underneath where things can, snap to it, and they work well. So love that. Also, we got these cute little items like the stack of plates and stuff, which I think are cute little clutter items that are often overlooked. Like, you'd think it's kind of useless to have an item like that, but honestly, it adds a lot of realism to the build, because a lot of times if you want to have open shelving and stuff, you're going to want to have like the plates and stuff to display as if it was your actual home, if you know what I mean. But one thing I will say is, if I sound a lot more energetic in this video, it's because I am. It's 7:30 p.m. in the afternoon or the evening, whereas in my last video, I was literally filming that at like 4 a.m. So I was tired and I was whispering. So now I can talk at a normal level, and yeah. But here's the kitchen. I really like the kitchen. It's just like such a different style than what I'm used to, and I just really love how neutral and zen and clean it all feels. Like that brown tone, the like kind of light brown that I've used throughout this build, just makes me feel happy and calm. And I can't wait to use those countertops in that fridge in a more like modern build, in like Newcrest or something like that, and use it in like an apartment in San Myshuno. I think those would look so beautiful, and I can't wait to use those more often. And yeah, that's kind of the kitchen there. So I didn't actually put like an island like bar seating, because I usually do that, but in this case the floor planning was just a little bit different, that I didn't end up really having to do that. So here I am working on the kids' bedroom. So you can see, again, I section off the room first and then raise the platform just to make it work. So I really like this new bed that we got. We got a master bed and a kid's bed, or like a single bed. So you can definitely make like a lot of kids' rooms, adult rooms. I don't think we got a toddler bed, unfortunately, although it's probably fine. I'm not too mad about that. I usually don't build toddler rooms anyways, but I thought it'd be cool if we kind of raised the bed up on a little bit of a platform, just to add a little bit of room separation for this room. I don't know. I feel like platforms just add a cool like dynamic element to a room, and just add some like room division. So if you imagine the room that I'm making right now, if you imagine it just flat, completely flat on the ground, it would just look a little bit more one-dimensional and less interesting. But just having it raised a little bit just makes it feel a little bit more fun, and just a little bit more dynamic, which I think is the point. But I really love how the fluffy rug matches the duvet cover on that bed. I love the fluffy rug, you guys. It's so good, and the fact that it comes in even more colors than the City Living one is just game-changing. Absolutely game-changing. So you can see I'm doing the master bedroom now. So it was a little bit of a tight squeeze for that bed, so I didn't really have room to put side tables, so I actually just used the new shelf that we got. We got like a new like wall shelf. So I just put it on the ground and made it into like low end tables, which I think is a cool idea, just to like save space, and it also makes the room look a little bit more custom, as if it's like built in to the home or something like that. I will say also that I did research that like the tatami flooring technically isn't supposed to be used in like heavily like high traffic areas in the home, because it's like very delicate and expensive, and like you wouldn't use it in like a hallway or something, because it would just get ruined. Unless you're like super wealthy or something, you don't necessarily have like that tatami floor throughout your whole home. But I did kind of use it here kind of to make it look like a rug, because you can do kind of cool patterns with it. It kind of looks cute as a rug. So I know it's not exactly completely accurate to like real life, but I just thought that it added some cool contrast on the floor. Instead of just using a traditional rug, you kind of use like this tatami flooring to kind of section off spaces in the home. So I hope that's okay. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm being a little bit experimental with things. And yeah, here I accidentally didn't record some of my furnishing, so I ended up just deleting everything and then like pressing backspace so you can kind of see it all appearing. So sorry, I totally goofed and didn't record it, but basically I just put a little dining room here in front of the fireplace, and then I put this little tea shelf here in the corner, added some plants, added a little coat hanger, added a little rug, and then in the kitchen I just felt it was a little bit too brown. The whole home was a little bit too brown, a little bit too neutral. Dare I say too neutral? So I wanted to add a little bit of darkness just to ground the place a little bit more. So I added these base game cabinets into it, just above where cabinets usually go. And I think it just adds some nice kind of like modern contrast to the place. I wanted this place to be a little bit more modern-ish versus the last one. So I thought the black cabinets just like grounded the space a little bit more. And then I decided to add a little touch of black wood furniture throughout all the other rooms, like the coffee table and stuff like that, just to make it feel a little bit less bland, because I did feel that the entire home just felt like one color. And you know, I love neutral, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted a little hint of like modern in it, so I added some black details here and there. But besides that, the video is pretty much done. The build is pretty much done. It's pretty like it's well furnished, it's full. I have all the rooms, it's fully functional. But yeah, I really like this home. I think it's a little bit more my style versus the last one I did, but overall I really like it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it totally passes the vibe check, and I think that the exterior as well looks really pretty and very bright and very welcoming. So I really like it. I hope you guys like it too. I am going to be posting way more videos and builds using this new pack, and I will try and limit my packs as much as possible. If you haven't noticed, I've only used Base Game plus Snowy Escape in my past 2 videos, so I am trying to limit my packs so that you guys can download them right away and put them in your game without needing anything else. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think the screenshot should be rolling, which means the video is all done. So I will have tons more videos coming out soon, so please stay tuned. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you thought about it. And if this is our first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more Sims 4 videos. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye everybody.